if you aim for the stars, then even if you fall, you land on the moon. He used to say कि अगर आप top 10 rank के लिए पढ़ोगे, तो आपका selection तो guaranteed है, क्योंकि आपकी preparation इतनी अच्छी है कि आपको selection होना ही होना है. So I really took this to heart. Secondly, there's a very famous quote, and I really loved it. It goes like this: that the more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in war. तो आप जितना practice करोगे, आपके लिए उतना अच्छा है, क्योंकि जब आपका main exam आएगा, so you won't be so nervous, so anxious, because you have already done your best. So I believe practice, revision, and your self-confidence is the main factors to any competition examination.
Hello everyone. Today we have Edzorbian Ankita Choudhary with us. She has recently secured a rank in Bihar Judicial Service Examination 2024. Over to you, Ankita. Please briefly introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. Hello. My name is Ankita Choudhary. I pursued BA LLB from Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Patiala, and I graduated in the year 2021. Thereafter, I have been preparing for judicial examination, and in the 32nd Bihar Judicial Examination, I was able to secure a rank.
It's so good to hear about your academic journey so far, Ankita. So, how does it feel to achieve your dream of becoming a judge, and what was your family's reaction?
Actually, it was a very real experience for me. I was not able to believe it. And the interesting fact was that the results for Bihar Judicial Examination were announced on my birthday. So I really took the results as a blessing from my loved ones. It was a really happy moment for my family because they were extremely happy for me. Especially my father and mother, they were so happy. So it was a great moment.
All right, Ankita. Ankita, now let's get into the nitty-gritties of your preparation. Tell us about your judicial preparation journey. Also tell me that you started this journey, that is fine, but what sparked your interest in judicial services? And when did you start your preparation journey? Let's dive into the motivations and turning points that set you on this path of judicial services.
Actually, I was a science stream student, and law was a very unexpected surprise for me. I never aimed for law, but my father was very keen for me to study law because my grandfather was also a judge. So I gave CLAT, and fortunately, I was able to secure a rank and get into college. Thereafter, because this was a very new field for me, so I interned extensively during my college days to make sure that I know where I want to be. I interned in the corporate area, in the litigation area, also in the societal work area like the Human Rights Law Network and the District Legal Services Authority, and also under Chief Information Commission. So these experiences helped me realize that I want to pursue a career where my temperament and my strengths would be an asset. And for me, that was judiciary, which made my father very happy. So after I graduated in 2021, I started preparing seriously for judiciary.
All right. And Ankita, can you please tell us the defining moment of your journey in consonance with Edzorb Law?
Actually, Edzorb Law came to my life when I was really struggling with my mains preparation. I really needed evaluation. So I talked to Jalsa ma'am, and she was very helpful. She made me realize that Premium Plus PAN was a really good option for the mains evaluation purpose. So I gave the main test series for Bihar, and I got timely evaluation, which allowed me to work on the areas that I was lacking. So for that, I'm very helpful for Edzorb.
Sounds fantastic, Ankita. सो आप मुझे ये बताओ अंकिता, एक बहुत पर्टिनेंट क्वेश्चन है जो मोस्टली जुडिशियल एस्पिरेंट्स के दिमाग में आता है कि एक स्टेट पर फोकस करें, मल्टीपल स्टेट पे फोकस करें. सो व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन बैलेंसिंग द रिस्क व्हाइल यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर जुडिशियल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन? शुड एस्पिरेंट्स फोकस ऑन अ सिंगल स्टेट और इज डाइवर्सिफिकेशन इज द की टू सक्सेस?
Sir, in my personal opinion, every judicial aspirant has a target state. So you should also opt for those states jahan pe syllabus is same with that of your target state. It will not only help you expand the legal knowledge, it will also help you realize कि आप कहाँ lack कर रहे हो, आप कहाँ आपकी कहाँ weaknesses हैं. So it will help you work upon it. It will help you improve it. So for me, I would definitely suggest to opt for the multiple states, especially where the syllabus is almost similar with that of your target state.
Perfect, Ankita. And Ankita, we have spoken about a very pertinent thing, that it is always better to bifurcate the risk. And Edzorb also advises the same thing, that never focus on a single state. You should definitely have 2-3 states because vacancies are unpredictable and volatile. In the syllabus, approx 80% of the states का similar ही होता है. All right, Ankita,
Yes,
moving forward. We want to ask you, what was your strategy to clear this exam? Tell us about prelims, mains, and if you want, we can cover the interview as well. So tell us about the highlights of your preparation to us.
Actually, every judicial aspirant is aware that the judicial exam has 3 stages: prelims, mains, and the interview. So every stage requires a particular effort, a particular strategy. For prelims, it is the pair act that is essential. One must be thorough with the pair acts, the sections, the title, the preambles, everything about it. Secondly, after the pair act, there should be the question banks. And in this aspect, Edzorb has really played a vital role because the question banks that it provides for this solving of the MCQ questions along with the explanations, it is very helpful in revising as well as solving the questions. So one should mainly focus on pair act and the questions. And also you should set a target. For me, it was I should do at least 200 MCQ questions per day, especially if I have left 1 month for the prelims. So I have to do the questions. So it should be the way to go about it. Secondly, for mains, it is very important that you give all the main test series. Tests are must because mainly for Bihar, jahan pe you have to give 8 papers, and in one sitting you have to give 2 papers. So it is mentally draining. Uske liye you should give all the tests. You should prepare yourself. For me, what I used to do is मेरा paper used to be 9 to 12 and 2 to 5. मैं हर mock test इसी time पे देती थी to make myself prepare mentally for those times. So one should prepare as such कि आप mentally भी prepare हो और आप पे सोच ना पड़ो, बस लिख दो. तो means is such a preparation. For interview, it is basically the personality and communication skills that matters. तो वहाँ पे you should be very honest and very humble. Never bluff. And if you don't know the answer, just politely decline. And this was my way for interview as well, because during interview times I was very nervous. So I really worked upon building my confidence. It is very important.
So, Ankita, from your answer, I have got that we have discussed a very important thing, that you used to manage your time in exactly examination with the terms with the examination timings, so that you won't be feeling lazy at the time when you're writing the examination. And that is where most of the students lack, because they used to prepare when they used to write the examination in the night or in the day hours, but they never used to write the papers in their examination timings. So that is very important strategy. And also, Ankita, can you tell about how you have done the integrated preparation in your judicial service preparation journey?
I believe that as soon as notification is out for any vacancy, you should start preparing for mains as well as prelims. It should be integrated approach. Jab you have left 1 month, focus solely on prelims, that is your barracks and the questions. This way you will have a balanced approach for both prelims and mains. So that's the way for me.
All right, Ankita. And Ankita, we are really ecstatic to hear कि आपने इस आर्ट ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन को समझा, इतने कम समय में अपने जुडिशरी ड्रीम को रियलाइज किया. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं जो ये समझ ही नहीं पाते कि प्रीलिम्स और मेंस की प्रिपरेशन आइसोलेशन में नहीं करनी होती है, एंड इट नीड्स एन इंटीग्रेशन. एंड आपको प्रीलिम्स और मेंस को साथ में लेकर चलना ही पड़ेगा अगर आपको रैंक जल्दी चाहिए. So, judiciary aspirants, it's a learning for you that never in your judiciary preparation you have to prepare for prelims and mains and silos. You always have to do the integration, and Ankita Choudhary is in front of us, who has learned this art of integration and has got her rank in Bihar Judicial Service Examination.
Thank you.
I totally agree with you, Master Mentor. And Ankita, my next question to you is, what was your secret mantra for cracking prelims and mains?
Actually, ma'am, there were 2 quotes that I really like to share. Firstly, my professor used to say that if you aim for the stars, then even if you fall, you land on the moon. He used to say कि अगर आप top 10 rank के लिए पढ़ोगे, तो आपका selection तो guaranteed है, क्योंकि आपकी preparation इतनी अच्छी है कि आपको selection होना ही होना है. So I really took this to heart. Secondly, there's a very famous quote, and I really loved it. It goes like this: that the more you sweat in practice, the you bleed war. तो आप जितना प्रैक्टिस करोगे आपके लिए उतना अच्छा है, क्योंकि जब आपका मेन एग्जाम आएगा तो you won't be so nervous, so anxious, because you have already done your best. So I believe practice, revision, and your self-confidence is the main factors to any competition examination.
Ankita, you have very beautifully conceptualized the entire secret mantra for this. Now, Ankita, my next question to you is, what is your take? How can aspirants ensure success in the very first attempt in the judicial service examination? Just reveal your formula for clearing prelims and mains interview in one go itself.
It was my first attempt for Bihar. However, previously I also gave the examination of Uttar Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, for which I was not able to qualify the prelims. However, I did not take this failure as a sad moment, but I took it as a challenge to understand where I was lacking. So I would really suggest कि अगर आप कहीं fail भी करते हो, don't be sad, don't lack motivation. समझो कि आप कहाँ मिस्टेक्स कर रहे हो, कहाँ आपके लाइक कर रहे हैं, वीकनेसेस कहाँ हैं, एंड वर्क अपॉन इट, बिकॉज आई बिलीव एनालाइजिंग योर मिस्टेक्स इज द ओनली वे टू इम्प्रूव योर सेल्फ. सो आप इम्प्रूव करते रहोगे, यू विल हैव सक्सेस गारंटीड. एंड फॉर मी दिस was a major part that I was able to crack Bihar in first attempt. These failures actually helped me.
ऑलराइट अंकिता, एक और चीज़ है जो इम्पोर्टेंट है आपकी प्रिपरेशन जर्नी में, वो है आपके नोट्स. सो कैन यू प्लीज टेल अस लाइक व्हाट वाज योर नोट्स मेकिंग स्ट्रैटेजी एंड हाउ डिड इट इवॉल्व थ्रू आउट योर प्रिपरेशन जर्नी?
Of course, ma'am, I used to study Barat and also any reference book, and I used to prepare synopsis on every topic. For instance, अगर कोई major topic है like confession, तो उसके मेन पार्ट्स तो हैं ही, ऑल्सो द सब टॉपिक्स लाइक द कन्फेशनल FIR, द रिट्रैक्टेड कन्फेशन या फिर डिस्कवरी ऑन कन्फेशन. तो हर टॉपिक के यू शुड प्रिपेयर नेसेसरी इंग्रेडिएंट्स एंड ऑल्सो अ केस लॉ विद इट. ऐसे मेजर टॉपिक्स के यू शुड प्रिपेयर नोट्स, एंड ऑल्सो जो रेयरली आस्क्ड है या फिर जो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, शुड प्रिपेयर अ क्रक्स, अ सिनॉप्सिस, लाइक द मेन पार्ट क्या होगा, उसके एसेंशियल इंग्रेडिएंट्स क्या होंगे, एंड अ केस लॉ. So every topic should have a note like this, and it will be very helpful when you revise. So you should prepare notes beforehand. And also keep in touch with the legal updates that is happening every day, because everyday law is evolving. तो जिस टॉपिक में कोई अगर नया लॉ आया जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, लाइक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में अगर कोई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉ बेंच की इंपॉर्टेंट जजमेंट्स आई है, या फिर क्रिमिनल लॉ में कोई जजमेंट्स आई है, सो कीप ऑन एडिंग इट एंड कीप ऑन अपडेटिंग योर नोट्स. इट विल बी वेरी हेल्पफुल.
Perfect, Ankita. And Ankita, I want to ask you one more question. And this question is because most of the aspirants commit this mistake. What is your take whether a student should prepare his or her own notes, or they can borrow the notes from any judiciary aspirants as well? So what is your opinion about this?
I am very strongly opinionated in this कि you should always prepare your own notes. जब तक आप उसे अपने हाथों से नहीं लिखोगे, आपके माइंड में वो जाएगा नहीं. दूसरे के notes they have prepared it themselves. आप पढ़ोगे, it will not be enough. It will not be sufficient. According to me, it is my personal opinion. You should always make your own notes, because आप उसके लिए बैराक से रेफरेंस लोगे, उसके लिए बुक से रेफरेंस लोगे, उसके दूसरे नोट से रेफरेंस लोगे. You are expanding your knowledge और आपकी concept clarity और बढ़ रही है. So you should always prepare your notes.
Definitely, Ankita. We also suggest to each and everyone that whenever you are preparing for judiciary, do not rely on notes of someone else. Always write your notes in your own handwriting and try to make your notes as short as you can, so that you can just revise in a very short span of time. Moving forward, Ankita, my next question is, which I want to ask you, कि Edzorb has a very unique feature that is means blueprints. So can you please tell us कि आपने कैसे यूज किया है और आपको कितनी हेल्प हुई means blueprint से?
I believe कि जब भी means किसी भी state के लिए आप means दो, there is a way to it. Firstly, analyze the previous year की कितनी भी questions है, analyze the questions and also the blueprints. It will help you realize कि कौन से sections most important है और rarely asked है. So it helps you segregate the areas, और आप फिर focus कर सकते हो कि आपको किस पे ज़्यादा focus करना है, उसके किस सब topics पे focus करना है. So it is very essential, and means blueprints was very helpful for me in this regard, especially in Bihar means.
It is really wonderful to see that you have understood the technique of maze blueprint. क्योंकि मेज ब्लूप्रिंट क्या करते हैं ना अंकिता, ये आपको एक वॉल्ट गार्डन प्रोवाइड कर देता है. सो अनलिमिटेड गार्डन नहीं है कि आपको सारे टॉपिक्स प्रिपेयर करने हैं. एंड वी फेंस यू कि आपको प्रिपरेशन जो भी करनी है वो 80-20 का रूल यूज करके करनी है, बाय विच ओनली 20% ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड एफर्ट करके आपको 80% रिजल्ट मिल जाएंगे. तो मिनिमम 80% ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस विल बी कमिंग फ्रॉम द मेज ब्लूप्रिंट, and just from the 20% of the concentrated efforts which you make in solving the maze blueprint. Okay, Ankita.
I definitely agree.
And we also believe that this is the most guarded document of Edzorb Law, and mostly Prem Plus users know, as you are also a Prem Plus user, that how we have made it for all the states. We cover topics of high judiciary, lower judiciary, any law-related examination, and the predictability of these topics are very high to come in your exams. And one more thing, Edzorb means blueprints is a secret sauce. It's a recipe which I don't think that any coaching institute throughout India provides you the same with the important topics and subtopics, defining for each and every state separately.
Edzorb Law के अलावा मैंने तो कहीं पे ये features नहीं देखे हैं, so it was very unique for me and I really appreciated these features.
So pleased to hear it, Ankita. So Ankita, नेक्स्ट वी वांट टू आस्क यू कि बीजेएस में जीके एंड जीएस का भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है. सो हाउ डिड यू हैंडल द जीके एंड जीएस पार्ट ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन, एंड डिड एड्सॉर्ब लॉ कॉन्सेप्ट ट्रेजर्स प्ले अ like role in your preparation during the preparation of GK and GS?
Definitely, sir. I prepared GK and GS firstly from Lucent book. I prepared my notes उसके हिसाब से. Thereafter, the Edzorb, the treasures, they helped me revise those concepts that I have already learned. So it was really essential in the revision part, and I really believe it is a wonderful feature of Edzorb, the GK part. It really helps to memorize the main essential aspects that I need to write down, the keywords that are important to remember. So it was a very helpful feature for me.
Perfect, Ankita. And Ankita, it is really interesting to see that you have used the premium content in a very systematic manner with a particular technique. So I want to ask you, because many of your audience would be going to be of the Adsorb block and generally be जो दूसरे students होंगे, those who are using a free content Adsorb, because around 10 to 15 of our premium content is free, and it is because of our free initiatives which we launch on our Adsorb Law app or on Telegram channel on daily basis. So what is your advice कि best utilization of Adsorb Law content कैसे होना चाहिए, and how an aspirant can utilize the Edzorb Law content in the best possible manner?
So for any competitive examination, it is the self-study that matters. And I believe Edzorb is a very helpful friend in this journey. The free initiatives, especially the students, the aspirants should take full advantage of it. आपको जो मिलता है, you should utilize it to the best. So free initiatives are really wonderful features, and I really love those. प्रीमियम प्लस नहीं भी हो तो फ्री में आपको स्टिमुलेटिव मॉक्स, आपको केस लॉज, आपको कंसेप्चुअलाइज्ड एमसीक्यूज भी मिल जाते हैं, एंड दैट आई रियली लव अबाउट इट. प्रीमियम प्लस में यू हैव द केस लॉज दैट आर सॉर्टेड अकॉर्डिंग टू द लॉ सब्जेक्ट्स, एंड आई लव दोस बिकॉज इट हेल्प मी अपडेट माई नोट्स. क्योंकि अगर नोट्स में मेरे कोई केस लॉस छूट जाते थे while reading, I used to update those. So one should know how to utilize these features that are provided very effectively. And जहाँ आप self study करते हो, it is a wonderful help that Edzorb provides.
And Ankita, as your journey with Edzorb Law has also started with using the free initiatives only, so can you tell our
Yes.
viewers that as well?
Actually, while I started preparing for judicial examination, I was searching for any apps which would provide me for MCQs, question banks, and I came across Edzorb. And that time, I don't think many people knew about this app. It was very new. So when I saw the free initiatives provided, I was really surprised because it was such a wonderful feature. I used to take the daily quizzes, and it is a helpful way. It is joyful, it is learning and also having fun. So I really liked it. And during the mains time, I was really contemplating whether I should go for the premium plus plan. So I consulted Jalsa ma'am. She was very helpful in making me understand that premium plus me, the contents that are there would be very helpful for me during my preparation, during my journey. So I opted for premium plus in, I guess, October 2023 while I was preparing for mains examination. And I am really thankful for it because the mains evaluation really helped me a lot.
So Ankita, what is your take that how can an aspirant make the maximum utilization of Edzorb Law content? Did Edzorb Law content simplify notes make any difference in your preparation? And also you can tell about the Edzorb Law mains evaluation and the Epic Mains test series.
Of course, as I said before, you should prepare your notes, take reference from where at any book you want. After preparing notes, you should definitely go with the simplified notes to revise the concepts because it provides the concepts in a very simple language. It helps you understand the intricacies of law. So you should definitely go for revision, or वहाँ पे अगर if you find something new information, just add it into your notes. So simplified notes is a great feature. Secondly, I gave the Epic Means series test, and I believe that it is a wonderful feature because it really helped me. I used to give this main test series वही time पे from 9 to 12 and 2 to 5. So it was really helpful. And also I like कि यहाँ पे if you give the question papers, they give you the evaluated answers within 2 to 5 days. So it is not long, and it helps me so constructive feedback was very helpful for me because it helped me realize कि कहाँ पे I need to work upon, कहाँ पे I need to add more information, add more, brush up more. So it was a wonderful feature for me.
Ankita, we are really happy to see that lot of aspirants who are using our content, because we are a content-based platform. We are not a like coaching-based platform. Content Our content is everything, and most of the students are loving our content, and they are becoming judges as well after using the content. So it's really happy. We are really happy to know about this. So Ankita, coming to the next question, which I want to add, a lot of people have profile insecurity that there's a gap year, work experience nahi hai, we are not from an NLU. What is your opinion that do these things matter in the examination, and your educational background matter in the preparation at an interview stage, or does does the institution shape the outcome, or it's just about the individual effort which any aspirant make?
So it is my personal opinion that it is the individual effort that makes you. It gives you success. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. It gives you personal growth. The educational qualifications that you have is a mere adornment when it comes to judicial examination preparation, because it does not play any vital role. You should just give your best. You should work on your strengths and weaknesses. It is the individual effort that matters. And it is my personal opinion that if you give your best, it will definitely good results.
All right, Ankita. Ankita, I want to ask, can you please share some of the most memorable and challenging questions from your interview?
Actually, my interview was on the last day, and I was very nervous because I really lacked confidence on face-to-face conversation. For that, I gave a lot of mock interviews, so I was very nervous. When I entered the chambers, the judges were actually very friendly, and they tried to make me make as comfortable as possible. So I was really comfortable, which helped me answer calmly the questions. So आप जितना भी डर के जाओ मत last में the panel is very friendly. So try to remain calm and give answers सोच के, and please do not bluff. वहाँ पे if you do not know, just politely say that you are not aware. You should be as honest as possible, and that is my take on interview, because it was a very challenging times for me.
Perfect, Ankita. So, Ankita, listening to your interesting journey, I'm getting one more question in my mind, which a lot of students ask me. Sir, what is the single most important factor or strategy in a judicial service preparation? Is it revision, practice, mentorship, or something else?
I believe that practice and revision is very important. You should practice as much as possible. As I said, my favorite quote is, the more you sweat in practice, the less you'll bleed in war. So just practice as much as possible, and also revise the concepts that you have already learned, because if you don't revise, you will keep on forgetting that the things that you have learned. So practice and revision is very important. When you lack confidence, when you lack motivation, do seek mentorship, do contact your loved ones or anyone you are comfortable with. So all in all, everything is relevant in the journey.
And Ankita, my very next question is about your revision only. So, what was your personal revision strategy and how did it impact your performance? Share the methods that ensured everything stayed fresh in your mind.
Actually, I believe everyone has different capabilities. For me, I used to revise the concepts that I learned the day before in the morning, because that was the fresh period for me. I used to wake up early in the morning, and I used to revise everything that I learned the day before while walking. So it would take me 2 to 3 hours to revise everything. I would revise, and thereafter I'd have break, and I'll do anything like breakfast and anything. And then thereafter, during the mains times, I used to give my main test series. I used to wake up, revise, have break, and give my test. So this was the way about it for my mains preparation.
And Ankita, we also believe that revision is extremely important for you to get a rank. Because if you don't revise, you can't retain in the exams. Whatever is your problem, is it prelims, mains, or whatever, start focusing on the revision and definitely that problem will go away. So, Ankita, after this, we will have a rapid fire round. But before that, I just want to ask you, what do you have to say about Edzorb Law role in a judicial preparation journey, and what is your opinion about the content ecosystem provided by Edzorb Law?
As I've mentioned before, Edzorb is a very helpful friend where you are preparing for competition examination, because the content it provides helps prepare more specifically and particularly, because everything is sorted out in Edzorb. So you just have to take reference to it from it, right? So I believe Edzorb is very essential where you are preparing yourself. Self study plus Edzorb is a great help.
Ankita, thank you for your kind words. And also want to ask you, would you recommend Edzorb Law to the students preparing for the judicial examination? And also, why should aspiring judges choose Edzorb Law for their preparation?
Definitely choose Edzorb Law. because as I said before, the contents are more than enough, where you are giving your best, you are making notes, you are giving the question bank, the main blueprints, the test series. They are very helpful. So the contents are a great help to the future judicial aspirants. So I would definitely recommend Edzorb to the future judicial aspirants.
Perfect, Ankita. So, Ankita, now we will have a quick rapid fire round. And इसमें हम आपसे कुछ questions पूछेंगे and you have to answer them quickly. So the very first question is, please tell us how you kept yourself motivated in this journey and what did you do for your mental health?
Actually, for this, I would like to give my regards to my family because they were very supportive of me. So whenever I lacked motivation, they took care of me. They made me realize that I can do it. So I give my all thanks to my supportive family.
Perfect. Next question is, which I think everyone suffers, is that how to deal with negativity and toxic relatives during the preparation journey.
Fortunately, I do not have to deal with such situations. But if you do deal with such situations, always be surrounded by your loved ones. You need not listen to any negative thoughts. Be positive because it is very important that you are self-confident in this journey. So always be surrounded by your loved ones. Listen to their encouragements and stay away from negativity as much as possible.
All right, Ankita. Next question. Who was a role model and how did they influence your journey to judicial services?
Actually, during this journey, my role model has been my grandfather, who was also a judge. So, listening to stories of how a great judicial officer he was, it made me realize that I also wanted to become a one.
Perfect. So, Ankita, next is what hobbies help you to de-stress during your journey?
I really loved doing calligraphy and also playing badminton. It made me calm and also de stress whenever I was anxious.
Perfect. So, Ankita, my next question is, do you think that any judiciary aspirant can get a rank just by watching videos?
No, how can you get a rank by watching videos? No, you have to make effort to achieve a rank. You should have thorough readings of Bear Act. You should prepare your notes. You should give tests regularly, religiously. So these approaches are very important to secure a rank, to secure selection. Watching videos is not the way to go about it.
Ankita, this is a very important learning for all the judiciary aspirants because इस फील्ड में एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है, बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ये गलती करते हैं. दे थिंक कि वी हैव टेकन द सब्सक्रिप्शन और वी हैव जॉइंड एनी कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स एंड वी आर टेकिंग द क्लासेस एंड दिस इज व्हाट इट इज रिक्वायर्ड टू क्लियर एनी जुडिशियल सर्विसेज, बट इट्स नॉट द केस. Anyone, I have never seen anyone who have cleared the judicial service just by watching the videos and not doing the self study and writing the means paper and what all is required for the examination.
Of course, efforts really matter in judicial examinations because in during mains examination you won't get time to think about the answers. You have limited time, and in that time you have to write so much answers. So अगर आप prepare नहीं करोगे पहले से, it will be a challenge.
So, Ankita, how many hours do you sleep daily?
I do not compromise with my sleep. I sleep at least 6 to 7 hours.
And what were your weak areas and how did you overcome them?
For me, the most challenging part was, as I said before, it was face-to-face conversation. I get really anxious and nervous and also tongue-tied. I was not able to articulate my answers, even though I know it. So I really tried various methods. I gave a lot of mocks, and I received the critical feedbacks to my gym. And I also recorded my answers and gave it a listen. And I worked upon the areas where I lagged. So these were approaches that I took during interview stage.
एक क्वेश्चन है जो काफी पूछते हैं जुडिशरी एस्पिरेंट्स, व्हिच पेन डिड यू यूज फॉर योर मीन्स आंसर राइटिंग?
Any ball pen will do. It should matter कि आपके हाथ बैठ रहे हैं और आपकी हैंडराइटिंग अच्छी बन रही है. For me, the Hauser ball pen was the best way for me because उसकी grip काफी अच्छी होती है, so I use that pen.
All right, Ankita, moving forward, one important question, like why do some aspirants spend years preparing without any success? And what do you think, like what do they lack?
Firstly, you should have strategy for all these stages, as I mentioned before. And secondly, I believe कि काफी judicial aspirants ऐसा करते हैं कि they make mistakes, they are not able to qualify, they just move ahead, they don't take a look back कि उन्होंने कहाँ गलती की है. तो I believe कि उन्हें अच्छे से देखना चाहिए कि उन्होंने कहाँ पे गलती की है, कहाँ पे वो लैग कर रहे हैं, and improve themselves. as I said before, analyzing your mistakes is the only way to improve yourself. And if you improve yourself, you can only go up, never down. So just जहाँ आप गलती कर रहे हो उसे आप चेक करो, उस पर आप वर्क करो, and definitely you'll get success.
So, Ankita, did you experience any breakdown moments in your journey? And how did you bounce back?
Personally, there was no breakdown moments. However, there were failures for me. But as I said before, I took those failures as challenged and I took it as a learning experience. I took it to analyze my mistakes and my weaknesses and work upon it.
All right, Ankita. So, Ankita, can you tell us about your favorite book, or is there any quote which motivated you throughout your journey?
Sir, as I mentioned before, my two favorite quotes that if you aim for the stars, even if you fall, you'll land on moon. And secondly, the more you sweat and practice, the less you'll bleed in more. So these two are my favorite quotes during this journey.
Very beautifully articulated, Ankita. So, Ankita, the next question is, what was the role of Jalsa ma'am in your preparation journey?
As I said before, Jalsa ma'am really helped me understand the importance of means evaluation uh, because I was not sure where to get my papers evaluated. And she recommended कि आप कहीं से भी करो, even if you don't use Edzorb, you should definitely get your means paper evaluated. So she was a very helpful mentor for me with this regard.
So, Ankita, my last rapid fire question to you is, on a scale of 10, how would you rate the utility of Edzorb Law in your judicial preparation journey?
I think you should know it is 10 out of 10. It is definitely 10.
All right, thank you so much, Ankita. Ankita, before we wind up the session, last question, what's your final message for all the judiciary aspirants who dream of cracking judicial service exams?
Apart from the study of law subjects, the notes, the self-confidence is the key to this journey. Have self-confidence because without it, it will be very difficult. Secondly, your hard work will definitely give you success. So even if there is failure, don't worry. Take this as a learning experience and make it better. So good luck.
Thank you so much, Ankita. I really believe the interview is going to help lots of judiciary aspirants. So thank you so much and good luck.
I hope so too.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So, Ankita, thanks a lot once again for enlightening so many judiciary aspirants who are preparing for this particular examination. And now, as you must also know, that examination is getting tougher and tougher in upcoming days. So, a proper strategic preparation will help in cracking the examination in the very first moment itself. And you need not prepare for years just to crack the judicial service examination. If you prepare in a well-defined manner, then you can crack the examination in the very first time itself. So thanks a lot once again for giving us your valuable time and enlightening so many judicial aspirants. Thanks a lot, Ankita. Have a good day.
Thank you.